Mario Kart Wii is better than you, here's why. Let's get into it.
Mario Kart Wii! Woohoo!
So the intro starts out with the Wii logo, which then transitions to the Wii wheel with Mario and Luigi driving with it. The Wii wheel was made for this game, so it makes sense for it to be used in the intro sequence. After some driving on what is eventually to be revealed to be Mario Circuit, Peach comes along and bees a freaking by attempting to murder Luigi. After Luigi loses his self-respect, it's revealed that they were driving on Mario Circuit as Mario says,
Mario Kart Wii!
Then it shows clips of characters and courses. There is good attention to detail as every track featured are the ones you get from the start with the exception of Koopa Cape, but this is understandable as this is the best track in the game, don't at me. The same goes for characters. Here is a list of characters and tracks shown. It goes from Mario on Moo Moo Meadows to Luigi on Luigi Circuit, his course, then to Peach on her course, Peach Beach, then to Coconut Mall. After it's Mario on Mario Circuit his course, but then Luigi on the same track. This is important to note as most characters are featured on a course that is their own or one that is not specific to a singular character. It then goes to Koopa on Koopa Cape, but then immediately transitions to him on DS Yoshi Falls. This is also important to note as Yoshi is never a main focus in shots even though a track dedicated to him appears. Then it shows characters drifting on Moo Moo Meadows. After it shows villains on Wario's Gold Mine. This is also cut to again later. Then it shows Bowser failing on Moo Moo Meadows. Bowser's castle isn't here since it's an unlockable track. After another section with the villains, it shows Waluigi tricking on Waluigi Stadium to DK tricking on DK Summit. It's DK Snowboard Cross. No, this is America where we use burgers per gunshot to measure speed, and then Wario on Wario's Gold Mine, all characters on their respective tracks. After this it's back on Mario Circuit with Luigi finally passing Mario and Peach, but then his dreams are crushed by a blue shell and Mario and Peach pass him again. After a quick clip of Mario lapping everyone, Luigi and Mario finish the race lapping everyone with a freeze frame of their karts hitting each other. Some other things to note is that this is made like a modern Smash intro, with animation cutting to real game footage. Pretty good intro, but one you would probably only watch once or twice or 20 times if you are doing an in-depth analysis. 6.5 out of 10. The navigation is honestly pretty good as almost everything is made really good for D-pad navigation, unlike some other games. Anyway, and some menu buttons are also mapped to buttons on the controller, making it even easier to navigate. The first menu is the license select. It is designed well as it's easy to navigate, and the license is also made well as everything is easy to tell. Even though the settings button is up at the top, it's still easy to get to with a D-pad, which is uncommon with most games. Afterwards you get to the game types: solo, multiplayer which can have up to 4 players playing, online single player or 2-player, and then the Mario Kart channel. You can also edit the license here. Going into single player, you are brought to a new menu with 4 buttons: Grand Prix, Time Trials, VS, and Battle Mode. After clicking on one you go to 1 or 2 mode specific menus before being taken to the character selection screen, which is in a grid shape, making it extremely easy to navigate, and made even easier as you get sent from one side to the other when you're at the side of the grid and press the direction that side is it, causing you to be sent to the opposite side. One problem however is when the Mii selection is brought into play, as they are under Funky Kong and Dry Bowser, causing it to be confusing if whether or not pressing down when at Rosalina or King Boo will send you to the top of the grid or to the Miis. All players use the same grid, but you can't choose the same character as another player, which makes little sense. After selecting your character you get to select your card, which is in a similar grid but smaller, unless you are in multiplayer in which you use left and right arrows to select cards, which can get a bit tedious. It would be easier if it was still a grid. After this is the drift select, which we will talk about later, but the menu is still the same as the others, and duplicated for multiplayer. The description of the drift modes are also at the top of the screen. After all players select their preferred drift option, you get to the track selection, or cup selection if you are using Grand Prix. When you click a cup in Grand Prix, the Go pop-up appears, but if you are doing versus, you get to choose the track. Overall, the menus are really good and easy to navigate. I will be talking about the motion controls since that's the selling point of the game. The motion controls are very fluid and responsive, everything is very easy to get the hang of. The game being easy to learn makes the automatic drift function not needed in most cases, though some do prefer automatic on battle mode or in some other specific situations. Lack of 2 also doesn't let you off easy when you fall, and there is a much greater punishment unlike games like Mario Kart 8. The gameplay is overall very good, so now, let's get to the tracks. The Nitro track designs are some of my favorite in the series. They don't need to have some crazy gimmick like gliders or anti-gravity, they are just fun track designs with good visuals. The retro tracks also mostly keep true to the originals with some exceptions. Personally, I don't like when they change up older tracks, so I am glad most of them are kept the same from before. The retro tracks also keep the same music, which I really like. Here are some notable tracks. The character selection is really good, probably one of the best in the series. It has many returning characters like King Boo, Homer, Bowser Jr., and Toadette. It also has some new characters as well, like Baby Peach, Rosalina, Dry Bowser, Funky Kong, and the Mies. And it doesn't have copy-paste characters that are just slight edits of existing ones. Casually, your character pick doesn't matter, as the boosts they give don't affect play that much, and you can choose whatever character is your favorite. Competitively and for speedrunning, Funky Kong and Daisy are your best bet. Overall, a good character list excluding the baby characters which are not needed. The karts and bikes are a different story. Being the first game to have bikes, they had to find a balance, and the one they went for was to have bikes be able to wheelie and karts get a second drift boost. But another thing they added was inside drifting to bikes. Inside drift makes bikes which had a very annoying drift to having some bikes which were extremely good. There is a big drop of quality going from inside drifting bikes to karts. However, outside drifting bikes are usually not that good. All you need to know is Off-Roader is the best kart in the game. I actually really like the list of items in this game. The Mega Mushroom is fun to use, and I am surprised it hasn't returned in any other Mario Kart game, not counting Tour. The POW block is really good if the people in front of you have some good items and you can prevent them from using them, especially good after a item set. And there is the Thunder Cloud, could have been really good, but no, but I at least think it's better than the coin. At least you can do something with the Thunder Cloud and get some cheap wins, as it negates off-road. What does the coin do? Give you one unnoticeable boost? Real useful item there. 9 out of 10 items, glad there is no coin. The Grand Prix was always really fun to do and very rewarding. It naturally gets more difficult when you get to the higher CCs. I was always said you couldn't do multiplayer on this, however. This section is a bit short cause I don't really have much to comment about it. It's just fun to unlock characters. The time trials peaked during Mario Kart Wii, and for good reason, as it allowed players to share their time trial ghosts. The ultra shortcuts also made the time trials scene popular as well. The introduction to staff ghosts also was a big boost to the time trials, allowing you to unlock characters like Funky Kong, Baby Luigi, and Me Outfit B. Time trials are super fun and are a very good way to show off your skills. The ability to share staff ghosts was, and still is, very good for sharing speedruns. Yes, versus, where friendships are made then broken. Pretty fun until the fights start. All jokes aside, versus is pretty average, nothing really to talk about besides the only way to play tracks in a order you choose. This game's battle mode has two modes, Coin Runner and Balloon Battle. Coin Runner is where the team with the most coins wins, while Balloon Battle is where you knock out players' balloons with items you find. You can also steal their balloons as well. One problem is that there are only two vehicles, a bike and a cart. Another problem is that you are forced to be in teams. This is understandable for Coin Runner but not so much for Balloon Battle. Balloon Battle also has a timer and you respawn, making it less fun than most other games' battle mode. The courses are alright however. Mario Kart Online is going very well as of recent. Unlike modern Nintendo connections, instead of going -17 frames per second and the game barely running, we have difficulty connecting to the servers instead of lagging during the matches. And you disconnect instead of hold up the race for 5 years. Still, online is pretty fun even though it's dominated by Funky Kongs and Daisies. On May 20th, 2014, the Wii Online servers shut down and you could no longer play Mario Kart Wii Online or use the Mario Kart channel, which had your rankings, time trial ghosts, friend lists, and tournaments, which had many different things to happen, like knocking off a top from Mario Galaxy, or racing Dry Bowser as he shoots fireballs at you. Overall a good time sadly cut short. Until the Mario Kart Wii community brought it back to life and allowed Mario Kart Wii Online to flourish, once again. Off from that slightly depressing segment, let's talk about Mario Kart Wii's music. Mario Kart Wii probably has some of the best music in the entire franchise. You got bangers like Mushroom Gorge, Coconut Mall, Rainbow Road, and even the main menu. Not Koopa Cave, you may be the best track but you don't have the best music. An extremely great soundtrack for an extremely great game. I usually don't care that much for the graphics of a game as I think the gameplay is more important unless the graphics impedes on the gameplay, but this is a review so I got to bring it up. I really like how Wii games look, so this game looks good in my opinion. Not having an extreme amount of polygons is a positive for me. The visuals aren't groundbreaking by any means but I like it.
Yeah, there's no plot here, you silly sausage.
As said before, Mario Kart Wii is kept alive by its community, with Wii people making videos and tier lists on it, people reviewing the game, the competitive scene and just people enjoying a game they like. In a weird way Mario Kart Wii's situation is kinda like Team Fortress 2's, a game with a fanbase so dedicated they keep it alive over a decade later. The community kept this game alive. Speaking of the competitive scene. One of the main causes of Mario Kart Wii's longevity are the shortcuts and especially the ultra shortcuts. When the first ultra shortcut was found there was a good chance that you would have gotten the world record if you played around that time and knew about the shortcut. The shortcuts for Mario Kart Wii are probably one of the most well-known parts of the game, and people are trying to do them to this day with the Rainbow Road Ultra shortcut. Mario Kart Wii's shortcuts and people striving to find more is another thing that keeps the game alive. Mario Kart Wii is the best Mario Kart game, and even if you don't think so, we can at least agree that it's better than Mario Kart 8, a great roster, great tracks, fun gameplay, amazing music, and so much more. Even though it has some flaws, what game doesn't? It still is an amazing game. 9 out of 10, I cannot recommend this game enough.